Now, this video is a couple of months old, but I just stumbled across it. It's full of regressive stupidity, which never goes well for commercials, which is why it's currently at more than 13,000 downvotes and only 314 upvotes. But I suppose that commercial makers know their audience, which I suppose in the case of high-end women's shoes, is leftist feminist morons who have more money than sense. And why is that not surprising? So let's see what Bianco Footwear has to say and why women deserve more because vagina.
Listen up. There's still not equal pay for equal work anywhere in the world.
Except for most places in the world, at least the first world. There has been in the US since the Equal Pay Act of 1963. It is now, and has been for more than 50 years, illegal to pay women less for the exact same work. But sure, let's just ignore reality and play the feminist fantasy.
And it seems most women are not even angry about it.
That's because most women know that it's nonsense. In fact, the majority of the women who fall for this leftist pile of cow manure weren't even around in 1993, much less 1963.
But we should be.
Because you just want more stuff for free, things that you haven't earned, but still want. It's how the political left operates. Idiots.
So let's set a new goal.
Oh, we're seeing that new goal these days, especially with groups like Antifa and Black Lives Matter, as well as those in this very video. To resort to violence because they don't get what they want on a silver platter. Just watch.
From now on, equal pay is no longer enough.
Because they're better than you.
Because women need more.
No. Women, at least the regressive cows that you're talking about, just want more. There's a difference.
Our haircuts are more expensive.
That's because you choose to go to expensive salons to get your hair done. Now, granted, it was once the case in many places, and it still might be in some, I really don't know, where women's cuts did cost more. But women's cuts tend to be more involved and take longer for the hairdresser to do. Some states have since passed laws saying that the cost has to be the same for men and women, which of course doesn't stop the haircuts from being more time intensive, and it just screws over the stylists. Good job, women.
Our underwear is ridiculously more expensive.
That's because you choose to buy underwear made of more expensive materials. Cotton or nylon is cheap. Silk is not. Now, I've got a female friend who only wears men's underwear and mostly men's clothing. Yes, she is gay, not that it matters, but I figure people are going to ask. She spends no more on clothing than I do. What you wear is a choice.
It's simply more expensive to be a woman than to be a man.
No. You choose to spend more money on your clothing than men typically do. This is completely voluntary. You do it because you want to, not because you're required to.
Should we seriously get paid less than someone who applies body lotion to his face?
Your pay has nothing to do with your cosmetics. It has to do with your skill. You don't deserve more money because you want to live an extravagant lifestyle. You earn what you deserve, and then you have to live within your means. If you want more money, learn more job skills, or get a better job.
Doesn't need a new outfit for every new occasion.
Neither do you. Desire and need are not the same things. And notice that their solution to not making more than men is violence. She is engaged in the destruction of private property because people aren't bending over backwards to make her happy. And this is exactly the same thing we see from leftist terrorist groups like Antifa and Black Lives Matter. If they don't get their way, they riot, they loot, they light things on fire. Liberals are terrorists in the making.
He doesn't even know that the shoes make the outfit.
But we do know that you're an idiot. And of course, we notice that you're just trying to get women to buy your shoes, demanding that they get more money so they can afford your footwear. We see what you're doing there.
Oh, the joy of choosing the right shoe.
Great! You're getting orgasms from your footwear. There's something seriously wrong with you.
Fashion is expressing yourself.
Responsibility is living within your means. Give that a shot sometime.
And what every stylish woman is expressing is that equal pay is not enough.
You don't mean stylish. You mean shallow. You mean entitled. Pretty much you mean liberal. I mean, that's your market after all.
Equal pay is not enough.
Not for the idiots on the left, apparently. Screw you! And we're right back to violence. Women throwing a fit if they don't get their way. Women don't need more. Bianco is just demanding that women get more so they can buy more clothes. There seems to be a distinct profit motive here. I can't say I'm really surprised. But can anyone really say they're surprised at any of this? You've got a company promoting physical violence against men because women aren't being put up on a pedestal and treated like royalty. And if they don't get their way, they get to assault men and destroy their belongings because regressivism. Is anyone getting anything else out of this? Comments to the video have been overwhelmingly negative, with one person correctly pointing out that I find it hilarious that the ad complains about overpriced women's products while trying to sell overpriced women's products. But of course, Bianco knows exactly what it's doing. It's creating controversy as a way of getting attention. There is no bad publicity after all. But I think we, as the public, need to penalize these companies for trying to play the regressive card. There needs to be more outrage, and these companies need to find themselves with fewer outlets for their merchandise. Freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom from consequence. It should be no more acceptable to play gender politics than it would be if some company made a video saying white people are better than black people. It's all reprehensible. It's all disgusting. Let's stomp these idiots down, well, not in a violent way. That's not how rational people act. But it certainly is how the regressive left behaves. And it's terrible.
Everything changes.